It's Tuesday morning. Hey, Philip.
Hey,
Looks like you're loaded. So you got your first seat there.
yeah, well, you know.
Is that a gel seat too?
That's that gel pad.
Oh man, that's nice.
Well, I bought it for Tony when she rides with me.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick it on there. Maybe it'll help a little bit on,
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah. Got your bags working, I see.
Yeah. I've got everything.
Got your ice chest strapped on.
Waterproof, rainproof maybe.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we won't have too much rain today.
I hope not. I mean, I looked at
It's looking
different forecasts and every one is a little different.
Yeah. Well, Alan is going to meet us over at the Stripes. Alan's going to meet us over with Pat at the Stripes over 185. And Garland's going to have to meet us further out because he couldn't make it out of Houston.
Yeah.
He got delayed last night. So anyway, you already wrapped up, ready to roll.
I think everything's good to go.
You make you a bigger rack?
Yeah, I just put a bar on there so I'd have more things to tie to.
Oh.
I took the hard bag off, give me more room.
Yeah.
You know?
It does take up some room.
Well, yeah,
you
I mean, you can really stack them like this pretty good.
Yeah.
So I lowered the saddlebags down a little bit lower so I could get into them. I don't think they're too low.
Yeah.
As long as I break.
That's the problem I have is I can't get into my saddlebags because my stuff is right on top of it.
Yeah, that's what I was running into on this, so I figured out a way to lower it down a little more.
And that gets your weight down lower too.
Right, yeah.
Well, let me get my helmet on. We'll be ready to go.
Sounds good. Okay.
We were meeting here at the new Stripes on 185 and Highway 6. Pat's made it. Alan's on his way.
They got that museum there.
Ted Samak?
Yeah, Ted Smack. Ted Simek.
Simek.
Yeah.
And your name is what?
Hello, Philip.
Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd.
But these boys, one of them was on a KLR and the other one was on the air school. And he's got a
this is a radiator. This is a radiator. The DR 650s are oil and air cool. No radiators. This is Alan Jackson.
Oh, that way you don't have time.
We're trying to talk.
Jamie called me at 6 o'clock, got up, got dressed, laid down, and went back to sleep.
Oh, really?
6 o'clock. I got up at 5 and still couldn't make it. And I had my motorcycle loaded.
I hadn't had coffee yet. Is that possible yet?
Definitely.
Yeah, can you make it to Gatesville? We'll stop over there.
Yeah, let's do that, but I'll go. I got to get gas now.
Oh, you do? You didn't have gas yesterday?
No.
Oh, man.
I knew it starting off wrong.
Did you have those when you used to pick cotton for a living?
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? I wish I had.
I wish I'd had those when I was a kid picking cotton.
Yeah.
Getting ready to have a lot of
Yeah, gone for a week.
Yeah, we're made it into Gatesville about 9:40. Gonna stop and get some coffee. Bathroom break.
I got so much load on there I couldn't.
Australian meat pies.
Is that why we stopped?
Aren't they like fried pies that
I don't
have
think they're gonna have
minced meat or something in them? We're at Adamsville. Hey, we can get some no-lead gas over there.
I think we're gonna be down at Big Bend on Saturday. Late.
Yeah, about 120 for me.
Huh?
About 120 for me to San Saba. We're at Mill Pond Park on the east side of town. City Park. Really nice place. Trees are budding out. Those trees are really budding out.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Water fountains going over
like
there.
springtime, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess Alan went to the restrooms. He disappeared on us. I see they have a water wheel down there too. Down there, I guess where the waterfall is or something. Or a chute going around there. Swimming pool. I think this is spring fed. Quite a bit of water running in it too. There's the water wheel right there in that tree, behind the tree. Nice waterfall, paddle wheel. A lot of water. Thing's not focusing.
Bed almost asleep. She said, "Don't be
Wednesday
taking
morning,
Don't be taking what
around
I
the
say.
breakfast table.
Don't be taping.
We're having to listen to Pat's yarns.
Don't be taping what I'm saying, because I don't want this tape. These things will never go away. Hillary found that out about her ear. We'll find that out about her email. Anyway, she called me.
She thought they were going to go away.
Yeah.
She thought she'd taken care of them.
She said, "Sweetheart."
Hillary?
Yeah. Had her
Go ahead,
own
Pat.
email
I'm sorry.
system.
Boy, it's hard to get something. It's hard to get a good point across, isn't it? She said, "Sweetheart, are you home yet?" I said, I don't wait now. And who you calling, your boyfriend or who? But anyway, she thought she was calling her son.
Oh, really? Who was it?
It
Right?
was Jean calling Patrick.
Yeah.
But when I answered the phone, she said, "Sweetheart, are you home yet?" I'd already called her and told her where I was. But are you home yet? Wait a minute.
Well, it's still foggy, but it's not too bad here in town anyway. We're loaded up. Garland went to the hardware store to try to find an inline fuse to wire in on his auxiliary plug. I think we're all pretty well loaded up. I'm a little
In my
lopsided.
helicopter, they could even borrow my helicopter to go fishing.
So let me tell you what this boy
All
does.
the stuff you
If
like
I made
for-
enough
for
money,
you.
I could keep
Let me
on
tell you
making
what.
money. And
This boy never went to college a day in his life. He got out of high school and he went to work. He bought his first insurance company at 28. And he never stopped rolling. He had 3 or 4 at one time. He told his Stanley Brent's attorney we grew up.
Well, you got some serious tie downs
Oh,
there,
sure, yeah,
Alan.
we don't be feminist. This is Hillary.
We've all heard that. That's story number 61, I think.
I've told him for many times. But anyway, well, I'm proud of people that do well. I really am. It don't matter what they do. And then he said, he told us the last reunion, he said, "You know, if I'd known Obama was going to put me out of the insurance business, I'd have voted for him." He's put him out of the insurance to sell all his insurance companies. And yeah, he got dental insurance now.
Well, we're all loaded up. All 5 of us ready to head out.
I wish we had somebody to take pictures of it.
You need Grace Rag? Hey,
I've taken pictures of everything.
just wrap this rag across.
We're at I-10 and 290 cutoff, going to Fort Lancaster.
I bet I wonder how far that goes out there.
About, what was that, 55 miles or 60 miles on the interstate? That was fun.
58 miles.
That was fun.
Huh?
I want to do that again. Oh, really?
Yeah. As I said, she's about, I think she was 3 or 4 years younger than me.
Yeah.
She'd be 70 something.
Is that sign here when you came?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and that Independence, that creek crossing I was telling you about is
Down
right
there?
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any memories of anything so far,
Oh, really?
but once once we get to that creek, that'll jog memories.
Yeah. Boy, some rugged country.
Huh?
Rugged country.
Yeah.
Some steep cliffs.
Well, you don't have to worry about your neighbors around here, do you?
Independence Creek Preserve. Oasis Headquarters, Chandler Ranch 4 1/4, Pecos Bend Ranch 5 1/2, Road Ranch 6 or 8, Corgill Ranch 7.
Pecos Bend Ranch, I believe it's her dad's, or Joe Bett's granddad's place.
Okay, the furthest one down.
It's about a mile past.
You can see the creek way down there. There goes Allen way down there. There's the Chandler Ranch Independence Creek Preserve. Private conservative partnership of the Chandler family and the Nature Conservancy.
And,
Here at this house, this was the main house.
down there, this was never here before.
Okay,
Ooh, there, that's pretty new.
That's the guest houses that
yeah.
pe-
You can
members
stay in.
could stay in.
Oh, okay.
And that lake, that lake we used to fish in, is down there on the other side of that last Guinea buddy.
Down there, I saw some people walking around the house there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Is this the Chandler Ranch down here?
Yes.
What
Yeah,
was that
that-
other deal down there at the bottom of the hill with the ponds and everything?
The what?
All the lakes back there.
Well, I don't know, but I never saw those before.
Those must be something fairly new.
The only ones that I ever knew of was just past that last guest house down there
Yeah.
where we used to fish.
Miles way off the road here.
About 5.
5, 6. Boy, I tell you what, it took some hardy souls to settle this stuff, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't no girly man to settle that. You gotta be tough just to survive down here.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
This is on the other side.
Independence
of nowhere.
Creek, right the other side of nowhere.
I believe they had a little structural damage on the
Yeah. See, this area has flooded several times.
Oh, it had?
Yeah,
Oh, had?
it washed Alan's uncle's cabin away over
Was
the
his cabin on the other side of the creek?
other side of the creek. Yeah.
Is this Independence Creek? We're
Yeah, Independence Creek right there.
And what is this right here? Was this some of the housing for the guests?
May have been. That was a guest house down there, Alan said.
Well, look at the pretty little oaks they got around.
Yeah.
Let's make sure Alan's all right. They don't move.
Fill you in, Garland. Alan's uncle and aunt and his parents used to have a hunting lodge, a hunting cabin on the other side of the creek. This is a game preserve and fishing. And when he was a young teenager, he'd come down here several times a year from Odessa, and they would stay down here. I got you.
You know where I see he made his mistake?
Yeah, he could have lived here forever.
Yeah, it could have been one of those happy ever after fairy tales you hear or read about when you were a kid. How many thousands of acres are in here?
I don't know. There's several ranches down here.
Yeah, there's one of them. It's 5 1/2, 6, and 7 miles.
Yeah. This was Joe Beth's parents.
Oh,
And Joe Beth and
this is a new home up here then. That's not, has nothing to
yeah,
do
that's
with
something new.
Yeah, it looks like.
This swimming pool and the little pond down here.
You can still come down here twice a year, you said?
Yeah, but not right here. I think it's up there where those lakes are.
Oh, okay, I bet it is too.
Yeah, well,
totally cleaning out.
look at that view. Back up the creek.
It's pretty down here. You know, what kind of birds are those flying off over there? Look, see going right over the trees? What kind of birds? Ducks.
Those are egrets, or those are ducks there.
Yeah. Well, when you're taking off, it's hard to tell what they were. Look over there. There's big white birds over there. What are those? On the other side of that tree.
Tick birds.
No, look at them.
Oh, those are buzzards.
Buzzards?
Spreading their
They look
wings
like they're
out.
white. The sun must be shining on them.
See them spreading their wings out there?
Yeah, but there must be the sun shining on them because they sure look white to me. What's pretty country down here? I like this old rugged country. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I kind of always like this old rugged. One thing about it, you don't have to worry about your neighbors getting too close to you.
Yeah.
It's not like living in Houston, is it? Garland? I lived in Houston for 9 years. I had a home down there and I never did feel like I belonged. What kind of skull is that? Look at that skull. I never did like it. You know, I didn't hate it, but I didn't. Oh, but where Pasadena and Houston and South Houston all came together off of Richie was. And we bought a home there.
Flowing pretty good.
But I never felt like I belonged.
Well, I've told my friends
Joe Beth's
about
daughter.
this place and my memories. I mean, we came down here for years, you know, pretty regularly. And I said, your mom and I, we used to run and play everywhere, you know.
Well, they're
I
in the
was,
process of
12, 13, you know, along in there.
well, that's how old my daughter is. And
Yeah.
Mom, everyone's supposed to be here. My aunt, my mom, everybody for my cousin. Well, it is spring break, but for Ann, which is my auntie's daughter,
Yeah.
it's her birthday today. But everybody got sick. My mom is
Oh.
sick, and then my cousin Ann's two
Where did Joe
littlest.
Beth live?
In,
Sheffield?
no,
Iran?
no, between in Odessa. They live on a ranch. Her husband and her, they live on a ranch between Midland and Odessa.
I told you she was. Did you say that Hollum is your father?
Yes.
He was a football player.
Yeah.
And Joe Beth married J.B. What was the first name?
EJ.
E.J. Hollum,
Yeah.
football player, and she is his daughter.
Well, I'll be.
Hold on. We're gonna come around. Don't move so you don't have to walk. She has a hard time moving. Sorry.
Her. I'll be darned. And your name again?
It's Joel. I'm a J after Joe Chandler.
Okay.
My legal name is Joel Chandler Hollum,
Okay.
but I'm married now to an Australian.
Okay.
So my name is Joel.
my friend
Doyle.
Cecil Self.
Nice to meet
Hi, Joel.
you.
Nice to
And
meet you.
Philip.
Ricky.
Ricky. Nice to meet
And
you.
Garland Sharpie.
Nice to meet y'all.
and Pat McNamara.
Hello, sir. How are you?
And all of them, we're all from Waco except for him.
Oh, okay.
He's from Houston, but we've met him before.
Well, we live the other side of LaGrange.
Oh, you do?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
I have
Oh,
a
you
cousin
do
who lives
now?
in
Yes, sir.
LaGrange.
Oh, but you're here for,
Spring break.
okay.
Anytime
But
school's
she-
out, this is where we
She
are.
told me they're rebuilding this for the guest ranch, and they're building some of the old guest houses already been torn down.
Yeah, that one's.
but they're
well,
going
no,
to
these
build
are all
some
the
new ones.
originals from when you were here.
Yeah,
This is same that's just been redone,
Yeah.
and then this was. Remember the bunkhouse over there?
yeah.
That was the bunkhouse that it's
But
been
they're-
gutted,
They're
and
going to
then
build some more of them, though, right?
there's gonna be 5 in all. And then, do you remember the Cass Stevens? That was called the Cass Stevens house. That's the original.
No, I don't.
Well, that's the same that
I
was
remember
still
the
here.
lake that's down there where we used to fish all the time.
Yeah, well, that's no more. That
Did it wash away in that flood?
well, there's been one more since you were here.
My aunt and uncle's place that washed away in the flood, And there was a woman here had just come from Las Vegas,
Dog.
and she had thousands of dollars
good
of silver
dog. I like that
coins
dog.
in her
Yeah.
car,
What'd you
Oh,
take that
gosh.
and her
Just bit
car
me.
washed down the river too.
Oh,
I don't think we don't
wow.
And they
have a
found
dog
the
right
car,
now.
but
My wife don't. We've had
doors,
dogs for
windows
years.
broken, and they never found those thousands of dollars of silver dollars.
Wow.
I remember your
Somebody did.
grandfather Joe. I can see his
We
face.
live on
Oh,
ranch,
yeah.
something
I'm
like
76, and
600
as I
acres,
said, I was
something
about
like
14 or 15.
Yeah, because Mother just had birthday on the 6th, so she'd be 74.
74. So I thought maybe 2 years difference in us, 2 or 3. I always felt like it'd be 2 or 3. So, and how old is Charlene?
So she's older. She's 2 years older. So she's your age then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but she didn't run and play with us all the time. She was a very prim, proper,
She liked to
beautiful
read
lady.
the books.
Huh?
She liked to read the books.
Did I
Explain her well.
Yeah.
did I describe her
Yeah,
pretty thoroughly?
she wasn't as rustic as Mother was.
Right.
Yeah, that's for
Oh,
sure.
she was
Not
very
a tomboy.
beautiful and
Yeah, no,
very
no,
prim
no.
and proper, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
and
suits
she
her.
was the same age I am now.
Yeah, that's right. She's
But
she's
you'll
older.
see her sometime.
They were all going to be here today for
Uh-huh.
for her daughter's birthday, but everybody got sick. They were in Fredericksburg and had to turn around and go back yesterday because
that's
her
not-
daughters,
What a shame.
2 little ones, both have the stomach flu and started throwing up on the way. So they turned around and went back. So yeah, we have their birthday cake and presents up in the house ready to go.
Who
Well-
lives in the house? That's a beautiful home. Is that
That's the house that my mother and my father built
Okay.
when they first got married and,
Oh,
and
really?
moved down here. And
Yeah.
then,
Who was the team he played for?
first the Dallas Texans, and then when they moved on and went to the Kansas City
Chiefs.
Chiefs
Yeah.
to the 1st and 4th Super Bowl. He was with them with the first.
He was with the Chiefs, though, is
With-
the one
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
started with the Texans, and then they moved on to
Hollywood.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
I know the name. I
Yeah.
couldn't recall where he played.
Well, that's her father.
Yeah.
and Joe Beth and he were married there years ago and
And
made
her-
a beautiful result. And this is your daughter.
And that's my daughter, and then I have
And what is your name again?
Lainey.
Lena?
Laney.
Laney? Mm-hmm. Well, she's a pretty girl too.
Then we have one older one that's in college,
Yeah.
and his name's Sutton Hollab.
Sutton Hollab, okay.
Can't
Are you
believe
still
I have one.
Hollab? Are you still, no, you're remarried, I think you
Yeah.
said, and you live at
Yeah,
LaGrange?
I'm married an Australian, so our last name's Doyle.
Is Joel.
Joel Doyle.
Doyle.
Say it real fast.
Joel Doyle.
Joel Doyle.
No.
It sounds funny.
Well, how about your grandfather's place down there on the Pecos? Is it still there, or somebody
Now you
lived
talking
there?
about the old place?
The
We
only
call
one
it
I
the
ever
old
knew
place.
of. Yeah, the old place.
Over
It
there.
was at the end of this road.
Yeah, if you
At
go
the
down
Pecos.
and then turn left off is the old place, what we call the old place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's there. It's where Auntie and Ann and them would have stayed when they come.
But
Oh, it's still functioning?
Yeah.
Still livable.
and the Pecos River is still there. and-
Yeah, if y'all want to follow us, we can go for a quick little ride down to the Pecos.
Oh, I'd love to
and-
see. For me, this was really good.
Yeah.
And if you got, I mean, this is some.
We're
real
going to go on.
history. Huh?
We're going to go on and leave you here.
Yeah, just
catch up with you later.
catch up with us.
We go to the Big Bend pretty often. There's motorcycle
You and I
events that
are
happen there,
in
and-
gas problems.
Do y'all need some fuel?
If you could spare a gallon
Yeah,
a piece,
I think,
that would
yeah,
be
I
great.
think we have a little bit if you need some.
Don't mean to impose, but
Of course, down here the price is a little different. It is
yeah.
in the big cities.
Yeah, it is. It's
There's
a
no
rare
competition
commodity.
down here. They can charge you what they want.
Oh, this is such a
gas tank's full.
thrill.
I got a gallon of gas. That
Oh, you
gallon
do?
Can is full.
But when
Oh, it
when I
is?
was here,
Oh, okay.
been
We'd-
maybe 4
we're
or
good.
5 years
Y'all
ago.
good?
Yeah,
think
we
we'll be all
we
right.
can make it to
Not too
Sanderson.
It's not very. And Sheffield's open today.
And nothing was there. We didn't see anything.
That little filling station's always.
$4.60 a gallon.
It,
Oh yeah, it's high.
it was closed,
But if
I
you
think.
are
It was
in
closed. It
dire
wasn't
need,
open.
that one little
That's what
filling
you- yeah.
station.
Well-
is
I'll
open.
tell you what, I got a big gas tank.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
Sap
yeah,
and
we know.
We're not worried about it too much.
We're not worried
You
about
remember the
that.
name of the woman that worked at the
Hey, you
cat,
gotta
at
get
the,
Uh,
at the
I can't remember. I just
we met a woman that he and I came through here 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago.
We stopped in Sheffield,
No, our aunt.
Iran, and talked to a woman, and she worked at a library,
Yeah.
and she knew Charlene and Joe Beth evidently had a video store.
My
Right
mom
there.
and I opened that together.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah.
Well, she told us
Right across
about
from
that,
the post office,
and but she worked at the
library.
library, so
The
you
city.
may know. Yeah.
That's been so long ago. It's right before that's forever ago. Mother and I were living down here sort of together, and we thought, you know what, we need to do something. And we opened that little video store, and I
Really?
were in together. I helped her do the inventory, and we kind of got that thing going. And Granddad was still living. Mother was living down here with him, helping him try to get things going again. And
Well, I got the feeling that Joe Beth thought when only two of us came there, 3 or 4 years ago, whatever, and I was afraid she thought we were bad people because she said that
understand why.
and we're not. As I told you, we're all Christians, and I'm very proud of that. And
look like bad
we are not.
y'all don't look
Sure,
rough
Joe
at all.
Beth, you've
Oh,
met
yeah,
each
some rough
one,
ones, I
and
bet.
Oh, well, you get some people that come through here and they just think, we'll just keep going, and believe it or not, this is a county road because it's
Yeah.
maintained.
I see.
yeah.
And we can't legally lock that gate. And
Yeah.
it used to just infuriate us. But when we were open to the public, that's how we made our money, and you get what you
Yeah.
get. But now now that everything's trying to get started again, it's going to be a good thing. But when it was just Mother lived down here by herself for a long time, it was kind of sketchy. And I'd be like, and now that there are people down here working in that, I mean, I don't always carry a gun on my hip, but we were being invaded for a long time because this place was so stagnant for so long.
Yeah.
You can imagine all of the illegals coming over. I
Yeah.
mean, constant.
Really?
And so now it's to where you have to carry a gun with you. And I've never had to do that in my life down
Yeah.
here.
Joe and Charlene used to talk. I mean, Mildred. Joe and Mildred sitting right there in that house.
Well,
They-
it was
we were
two-story
eating
and it
supper
came
there
out to
one night, and they're
here.
talking
We
about
just tore it
how
down.
they've had to
Oh,
run
really?
people off all the time from coming across the border.
Yeah.
65 years ago. Can you-
Oh yeah, but back then it was different. They didn't carry ARs and machetes, and
They
they
weren't
weren't hyped
carrying
up
dope
on
either.
drugs, and
Yeah.
they didn't want to hurt you. And now it's a
Most of them are
whole
mules,
different
man.
ball game. I mean, just last time we were here, was it summertime? I don't know. Lainey and I were sitting on the creek, and a lot of work hadn't really started here yet, and you could hear I guess the coyotes, which y'all know, they're runners.
Yeah.
We're bringing, I guess, a crew over, and we could hear them, and I didn't want to let on what was going on, but they were whistling for the others to bring over a crew over, and I could hear them whistling, but I didn't want to let her know what was going on, and I was loading my magazine and my gun, and I guess they saw my gun and was like, oh, crud, she's got a gun, and so they kind of were like, let's not do this right now. So I told Lainey, let's go to the house, and I was trying to kind of be easy about it, and I told the guys over there, I said, hey, there's some movement on the creek. It's happening. So they got their guns and started spotlighting to see what they could see down there. But
Oh, is it night?
it was right at the sun was going down, because she and I, when we're here, we stay on the creek. We build a fire. We do marshmallows or hot dogs or whatever. I don't hardly ever cook in the house if I can help it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a constant, but now it's kind of died down a little bit because there's a lot more movement here. But we were the pickup point,
Oh,
and
really?
we got them because there wasn't really anybody here for so long. And we got them on the night vision cameras on our feeders, on the feeders that they put out.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could see them, and they were proud of it. They got them on at one point. One of the coyotes with his hands around two of the guys smiling for the camera.
Oh, really?
Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, we're on your ranch doing I was like, are you kidding
The
me?
coyote is an American that's
Right.
That's
Well, not
It's
this-
smuggled,
yeah.
yeah. And it's just ridiculous. And there's nothing. I mean,
Could be.
there's not a whole bunch
Either
of
one.
Some are Mexicans who just know
how
to eat.
far
can
how
do
far is
that.
it from right here to the border?
Well, it's a pretty good ways. It's Acuna.
5 miles or so, 10.
Well, Rio Grande, and then no, it's further than that, because
Yeah.
by the time they
Okay.
get to us, they're exhausted. I mean,
Yeah.
they're already pretty darn tired. So it's a lot further than that. But
Okay, I didn't.
no, it's further, because when we used to go, we'd leave. We spent a lot of fun times, New Year's, and growing up, that was the thing
Yeah,
to do when
yeah.
it was safe to do.
Yeah.
And we would go shopping and eat lunch. We'd leave here at 10 o'clock and eat lunch in Acuna, and go shopping and buy some things, and it was pleasant. And my kids will never get to enjoy that because it's just totally, you can't go now.
Totally different. Yeah.
Just totally unsafe. And
Well, my family and you knew Jimmy Newton, my cousin, and his daddy James and Earlene Newton. You know, they bought my mother and dad the membership for the.
Wow.
You know, that's why we started coming. But my uncle built a cabin. As it seems to me, it was right straight across there, maybe. And that flood that washed it away,
on our property?
it was on the other side of Independence Creek. Yeah. I don't know if it was yours or not. I don't know how but it was a nice cabin. I mean, very nice. Had lots and lots of rifles in there. They found some of them, but not all of them. And that's the same time that woman's Cadillac.
Wow.
She had just come from Las Vegas and had a makeup box full of silver dollars. And they found some silver dollars, but the makeup box was busted open and out of the car.
That is
What year was that?
tall peaks over there.
Flood or the second flood?
Several hundred feet
The
tall.
one I'm talking about that took my uncle's cabin. How long ago was that?
Well, I don't- that's what-
1947.
I think so. Yeah, he remembered that their place was right across from the swimming pool. It's all gone now.
The old place that my grandparents,
Well-
the original home place,
Yeah,
has always been there.
yeah, but I'm talking about his uncle's place across the creek.
Okay, well that's long gone.
Yeah, long gone with that
Yeah, we'll
big
go
flood.
across the creek, but you want to see the original home place that's always been here?
What?
You want to see the original home place? No, that's okay. We'll just go around the long way. It's a real little road, and then we'll.
The way I knew, I thought this road was straight.
Now this place goes right to the creek.
Okay, that was it.
We'll go around by the log cabin, and this is a real pretty view.
Yeah.
And then we'll, that shows you the old place. I'm scared, y'all better be careful with the mesquite, okay? Okay, go.
Going down to the old home place. I think that's the log cabin. Well, look at that little pretty lake. And the horses down there in the meadow. There's a house. Pecos River bottom down there. Horses are curious about the motorcycles.
Remember my Aunt Arlene called me and told me when Joe died. And I was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew him well, you know.
Oh, I know. You have lots of memories, huh?
Oh, lots of memories.
We'll run up to the creek and then.
Okay,
All right.
we'll follow you.
This was the old home place. Grandpa Joe, I think. Down by the Pecos River. And it has its swimming pool too. And spring, I think. Joe and Nan Chandler. 93. For the old house. But they built another low water crossing across it.
I don't think, I'm sure this wasn't here when I was here.
This crossing's always been here. In order to get over to the other side, Shady Oaks had the campgrounds where everybody would hook up over there.
Yeah.
That's Shady Oaks. And there were hookups. Remember, you could put little RVs.
Not when I was,
Well, maybe not
the only way to
electricity.
get across the floor was in my uncle's Jeep.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and see, there was a low water crossing that you could get up over a little.
65 years ago.
There's always been. It had before the really bad last flood. It was like solid rock. It was real shallow. You could drive across up.
So that may be the place I'm thinking
I think
about.
that's probably what you're thinking about.
Let me-
And then if you follow this road, that was Herman Chandler, my granddad's father's place further down.
Yeah.
That has since been bought by the Roadies and the Cargills. That was the last two places we sold off. That was our last property. That was my.
See, I never went there. I remember that house we just left.
See, and that's the original
The
homestead.
Pecos River is right there.
That up against that bluff is the Pecos River that the Independence Creek dumps into.
Yeah, your grandfather homesteaded this whole area.
That is where the Pecos River is,
Right.
right below that bluff.
No, that's Charlie. My granddad is Joe, but my great grandfather homesteaded this.
Okay, I'll get it straight.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's building this? This part of y'all building this over here or somebody else?
Now, no. Conservancy doesn't do this. This is a county road.
Oh, county.
But this is what we fought for so long. Before, because the Cargills and the Roadies lived below us, they were having to maintain this because they couldn't get across it. So they live in Fredericksburg. One lives in Fredericksburg, and they have big machinery. The Roadies do. They have a big machine shop. So they would bring all their equipment down, put the road back in. As soon as a flood would come, it'd wash it back out, and then they would put it back in. But by law, this is a county road, and this is part of it, and they have to maintain this.
Yeah,
So it's been like this ever since my great-grandfather was alive. They've had to maintain this, but we never had a problem with it. So we were in battle for about 4 years.
Yeah, the
And then we
great-grandfather's
finally,
one I remember.
we finally had it put back like it was supposed to.
Politics involved there, maybe.
Never had to do that until a few years ago, and then it all went back
All
like
right.
it's originally was supposed to.
Now, where would this road go here with it? Where does it go? Does it go to another range?
That's what I was just saying. All that back area used to be all Chandlers, and then Herman Chandler, my grandfather's
All
brother,
that down that way.
just finally, they had to, for whatever reason, just sold off that last final bit to lovely people that we love, the Cargills and the Roadies, and they're wonderful people that are dear friends of ours.
It's hard to do.
Yeah, it's awful. It's the last thing you'd ever want to do.
Frank and Mary has a reputation.
I think you'd have to cut off all of my limbs
Yeah.
and put me on
I
life
bet
support.
that's about my will.